Page number 74, chapter number 5, PowerPoint, Visual Effects. This is your module 4 discussion. We are going to discuss today about how to use the action buttons in the slide of PowerPoint presentation. The learning outcomes of this interactive video session are based on the topic of action buttons. We have to learn different things about the action buttons, such as first we have to understand the meaning of the action buttons. What are they? Secondly, we have to learn why to use the action buttons. What are the reasons behind this? Thirdly, we have to understand about how to add the action buttons to the slide of our PowerPoint presentation. That means what are the steps that need to be followed, which are involved in using of action buttons. There are different steps we need to follow for that. We will discuss each and every steps which are involved in using the action buttons. And in our next video, in module 5, we will discuss about how to view and organize the slides of the PowerPoint presentation. Today we will confine our discussion with only the using of action buttons. In our later video, we will discuss about the viewing and organizing the slides. So let's start with the very concept of the using action buttons. First, we should know what are the action buttons. See, action buttons are mainly the inbuilt button shapes which are available in the shapes gallery of the PowerPoint presentation in the Insert tab. I repeat, what are the action buttons? Your answer should be in this way, that action buttons are the inbuilt button shapes which are mainly available in the shapes gallery of the Insert tab of PowerPoint presentation. Now, why should we use this kind of action buttons to the slide of our PowerPoint presentation? Before describing the necessities of using the action buttons, I would like to show the different shapes which are called the action buttons in the Insert tab of PowerPoint presentation, such as this one. These are the action buttons. There are the different shapes, and these shapes can be added to the slide of the PowerPoint presentations, such as the callouts, stat and banner shapes, flowchart shapes, equation shapes, block arrow shapes, basic shapes, rectangle shapes, etc. These are called collectively the action buttons, and that's why these are mentioned as the inbuilt button shapes which are available in different shapes in the shapes gallery of the Insert tab of the PowerPoint presentation. Now we are heading for knowing about the necessities of using the action buttons. First, number one is we can assign the action to occur to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation by clicking either the button or hovering the mouse pointer over the selected assigned button. And we can also assign the actions to pictures or the text to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation. And in order to assign either by clicking the action buttons or hovering the mouse pointer over the action buttons or assigning the different actions to the picture or the text, we need to use the different action buttons to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation. Now the question is why we should use the action buttons to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation. The answer is in order to introduce the interactivity to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation, we need to use or implement the action buttons. And in order to interact or in order to introduce the interactivity to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation, we have to use the action buttons in order to do the following things, such as in order to go to any slide of the PowerPoint presentation, we have to use the action button, or in order to go to some other PowerPoint presentation slides, once again we have to use the action buttons, or we can also go to the web page by using the action buttons. Similarly, we can also play the video clip or the audio clip by using the action buttons to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation. And in order to show this in order to implement such kind of activities to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation, we need to use the action buttons. Hence, that's why the action buttons are called for introducing the interactivity to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation. Now the question is how to add the action buttons to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation. This is very important to know. The first step that we need to follow is we have to open the PowerPoint presentation. Then we have to go for the Insert tab, and then we have to click the Insert tab. This is the first step. In the second step, we have to click the drop down arrow of the Shapes button given in the illustration group. After clicking the Insert tab, we will get the illustration group under the Insert tab. Then in the Insert group of the Insert tab of the PowerPoint presentation, we have to select or click the drop down arrow of the Shapes button. In the figure 5.1.3, this is called the Shapes menu, drop down menu in the given in the illustration group of the Insert tab. This is called the Shapes drop down menu given in the illustration group of the Insert tab. This one. This is the second step. In the third step, we have to click the location on the slide of the PowerPoint presentation, and then we have to drag to draw the shape for the button. In this third step, it is very important to know that we have to click first the location on the slide of the PowerPoint presentation. Then we have to drag to draw the shapes. Why? Because we have to drag to draw the shapes for the action buttons. This is the fourth step. In the fifth step, the action setting dialog box will appear after following the fourth step. That means clicking the location on the slide of PowerPoint presentation and by dragging to draw the shape for the action button. And the dialog box is called the action setting dialog box. This is the fifth step, and it is appeared while we follow the fourth step, that is clicking the location on the slide of PowerPoint presentation and dragging to draw the shape for the button. Now in this action setting dialog box, we will have two distinct or different tabs known as the mouse click and the mouse over tab. This one is the mouse click and this one is the mouse over tab. Now while we are going to select the mouse click tab, that means if the mouse click tab is selected, then what will be happened? Let's see. When the mouse click tab is selected, it means that the action button will perform its own action only when the mouse button is clicked. This is the meaning of selecting the mouse click tab. Now the another question is, if the mouse over tab is selected, then what will be happened? The answer is, by selecting the mouse over tab, we can understand that the action button will perform its own action only when you move the mouse pointer over the action button, otherwise not. These are the two distinct uses of selecting the action setting dialog box. Now when it is done, then we have to move or head to the step 6, and this is called, we have to select the tab mouse click. Let's say when the mouse click tab is selected, then we have to do one of the following actions under the action on click section. This is the action on click section of the mouse click tab, and when the mouse click tab is selected, then we should understand about how to use the action on click settings. This is the settings of the mouse click tab, such as none, hyperlink to. Under the hyperlink to, there are different options: first slide, thereafter the next slide, previous slide, first slide, last slide, viewed, end, show, etc. Then the slide, then the URL, then the other PowerPoint presentation, and the other file. These are the different click sections of the mouse click tab. Now let's move once again to the sixth step of the action buttons. That is, first we have to select the in the sixth step we have to select the mouse click tab. Then we can do any one under the action on click section given. Let's say number A. If we do not want to perform any action with the action button, then we have to click none. Is it clear? Let's say we do not want to do anything or any action with the action button, then we have to choose the option none under the action on click of the mouse click tab. This is the meaning of choosing the none, when we are going to perform no action with the action button. Then what about the selection of hyperlink to? When the hyperlink to is selected, then we have to click the drop down arrow and choose any option given from the menu. I repeat once again, when hyperlink to is selected, then we will see the drop down arrow and we have to choose any option given from the menu. Let's say we can select the destination. Destination means the next slide, this one, the next slide, the previous slide, the first slide, the last slide, etc. These are called the destination. Then we can select the any destination, for example the next slide, the previous slide, or the last slide, or the another PowerPoint presentation that we want the hyperlinked to the show. Or we can also click other files. This is the option of other files. Why? Because if our intention is to link to a file created by another program, such as Word file or the Excel file in the computer, then we have to choose the option other file. Then we have to click the other file option in order to link the file created by another program. And if not, then we have to select the any destination, for example the next slide or the previous slide or the last slide or the any PowerPoint presentation. There is also the another option that is called the play sound option of the action setting dialog box. This one, the play sound option, and play sound option can be selected in order to check the box to play a sound. Let's say our intention is to play the sound, and when such kind of intensity is shown by us, then we have to click the or select the play sound checkbox, this one, in order to play the sound when the action button is clicked to the side of the PowerPoint presentation. There is also another option that is called the other sound option, and we can also select the other sound option of the action setting dialog box in order to select the sound file which has been stored somewhere on the computer. This is another option for adding the sound file to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation. Finally, we have to click OK, and the whole thing of adding the action button to the slide of PowerPoint presentation will be automatically done. This is the process how we can use the action buttons to the PowerPoint presentations or the slide of the PowerPoint presentation by following these steps. This is very important from your examination's point of view, the meaning of action buttons. Why should we use the action buttons, and what are the different steps we need to follow for using the action buttons to the slide of the PowerPoint presentation. I hope this was useful. In our next video, we will discuss about how to view and organize the slides. Thanks for watching this video.